let's talk about something that I feel like they did right. The rogue. Which is, they really didn't change much. If you're rogue, you get expertise at first level, sneak attack, thieves can't. Second level, you get cunning action. Now, they took away the aim cunning action, which is fine. I liked it, but I understand why they would take it away. Essentially, now it's just dash, disengage, or hide. And then you get uncanny dodge is normal. You get evasion at 9th level instead of 7th. And you get expertise at 7th level and then subclass at 6th level. I actually like this because one of my main gripes with Rogue was that you had to wait until 9th level till you get your 2nd subclass ability, which really always wasn't that good, right? I feel like Rogue, the big level for subclass is 3 and 17, and everything between that is subpar. The fact that they're moving it to 6th level, I like a lot. It just feels like a progression, like you're getting something unique, because if you play a rogue and you're only going to level 7 in a campaign, then it really doesn't really matter which subclass you play. So I like this. Evasion, you only get 2 levels more. Expertise, again, it's pushed back a level, but that's fine. And then you get reliable talent at 11th level again. You get subtle strikes, which is your replacement, because now rangers are the ones with Mind Sense, and subtle strikes. Instead, you have advantage on any attack roll that targets a creature within 5 feet, at least one of your allies which isn't incapacitated, which essentially means that you're more likely to get sneak attack, which is fine. It's a good ability. I think it's an interesting change, but honestly, it's fine. Because you're not getting aim, so it's like you don't have a way to get free advantage anyways. So this is kind of just like flanking. But yeah, 5th level Slippery Mind, you get proficiency in Wisdom and Charisma saving throws. Charisma isn't a huge saving throw, so it's fine to just throw that in, because at 15th level, you're like, if you're a Paladin 6, you're getting Charisma modifier to every saving throw and giving it to all your allies. So this is fine. I don't have a complaint with this. 17th level Elusive, no attack roll has advantage against you while you aren't incapacitated. Normal, I like it, because Rogue is fine. And then 18th level Stroke of Luck. This is really juicy. So you have Uncanny Luck for succeeding when you need to. If you fail a d20 test, you can turn the roll into a 20. Now, if you recall, beforehand, it was if you fail an ability check, you can make it a 20. And if you fail attack roll, you can make it a hit. Now you can basically make it a crit as an attack roll. And also, now it's it's still short or long rest like usual. But also, because it's not limited to an ability check, it's just a d20 test, which includes saving throws, you can literally force a crit on your death saving throw, which is fantastic. Now, something else I liked was the Thief Rogue subclass, which essentially, 3rd level you get Fast Hands, which means, so the thing about Fast Hands is we're losing the object interaction as a bonus action, which is my one big complaint. I said I liked it, and I do, but just hold on. Which is my big complaint with the subclass. But so it's Seeking Search action as a bonus action, which is fine. Or you can pick a lock, right? And this is fine because it's kind of stepping on what other rogues could do originally, because you could pick a lock as a bonus action with the Mage Hand as a arcane. And then as I think Inquisitor, you could do the search action as a bonus, if I recall correctly. So I like, but the thing is, we more than make up for it, so let's just wait, right? So you get a climb speed equal to your normal speed, which is just second story work, that's normally what you get. And then when you take the jump action, you can take a dexterity check instead of a strength check. I don't like the jump action, but we'll talk about that later. 6th level Supreme Sneak, we all know Supreme Sneak. You have advantage on every dexterity stealth check you make, provided you are wearing medium or heavy armor. 10th level, now this is where things get really, really juicy. So you can attune up to 4 magic items. Now it's not, you can attune to any item, be more. But normally there's a reason why you're not allowed to attune to stuff. Like with Artificer, at least you can cast spells. So any spell casting item, you can benefit from that. But this one never really benefited from it, so I don't really care. So 4 magic items is huge, but that's not the worst. That's not the best part. Is whenever you use a magic item, it expends charges. You can roll a d6. If you roll a 6, you use the property without expending charges. Now I don't know if they'll change how items work, but imagine you spend, like, because you can spend multiple charges at a time. Like imagine you spend 5 charges of like a wand of magic missile, and you roll 6. You don't expend any charges for that, which would be insane. And then scroll, there's a third part of this level, which is you can use any cantrip or 1st level spell. And then you can try to use a higher level spell scroll if you make an Arcana check with a DC 10 plus the spell level. And remember, your rogues, you can just take expertise in Arcana, and like say your intelligence is +3, you're 10th level at this point, which means you have a +4, which is going to be 8, which means you have +11. And then you get, because it's what next level we get reliable in talent, which means that its base is going to be 10, which means your minimum is 18, which means you can cast up to an 8th level spell scroll. That's pretty sweet. Essentially, yeah, so it's just a nice thing you can do as a rogue. And then 14th level, these reflexes, you can take a second bonus action if the bonus action is a cunning action, and you can use this ability a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish your long rest. Now remember, you get 2 more options for cunning action. Now unfortunately, you don't get to use object action, but that would be absolutely insane with how the game's reflexes work. You can take the circle action, you can pickpocket or use thieves' tools, you can hide, you can dash, you can disengage. There's a lot of options, and you still get another, so you can like dual wield and use your there's a lot of, and then you can use 2 cunning actions too. So like you can disengage and dash, you can dash and then disengage and then hide. There are so many cool things that this can do, and it's because the cunning action puts a damper on it enough so it's not overpowered, but it's still pretty dang cool. Those are my thoughts on the new expert classes for One D&D. I'm Sean, the Deck Dungeon, signing off.